Hey class, here's another quick tip. Right now we're going to have a look at cropping. Now when we take an image, we may take that image slightly off center, or we may have an issue that we want to crop out of our image. Now in order to do that on Photoshop, on the left hand side of the screen here we have the cropping tool. If we click on that cropping tool, it'll bring up the current crop selection, and at the moment the cropping has gone to the full size of my image. Now in order to change that, I come up here to the top of my screen and I can click on ratio. Now this will give me a drop down which gives me a bunch of different options. I can select to crop my image to a specific width and height, and then to a resolution, or I can pick out of some ratios or pick some width and heights and resolutions that are already preset. In this case I'm going to pick a ratio from the side here. I think I'll pick 2:3. You can see instantly it's given me a new crop window that's exactly in the ratio of 2:3. Now right now it's in portrait. That's fine if I want to do a crop to portrait, but I may not want to. In order to change that, I click these two little arrows up here. That changes my crop to landscape instead of portrait. I can see a little bit further on I have some more options. I can straighten my image. That allows me, once I click that, to adjust my image to make my lines straight to the horizon line within my image. Further along, we're not going to worry too much about these specific ones here. But we've got this selection here which is delete cropped pixels. If we deselect this, it means we're not going to remove or lose the pixels that are on the outside of our image when we do our crop. Now what that allows us to do is later on down the track, we can come back and change our crop if we want to. Once we're happy with the selection, and I'm pretty happy with my crop there, in fact I might move it over just a tad. You can see it's quite tricky to get it exactly where you want, but there I'm happy with it. Then I can go up here, and if I'm happy with that crop I can tick it. If I don't want to crop it, I can click on the cross there and it will cancel the crop operation, or if I want to reset it back to a specific ratio I can hit the reset there. I'm happy with it, so I'm just going to hit the tick. Now in the case that we weren't happy with the crop operation that we've done, we can go back and adjust that as well. If we click back onto our crop tool, it'll bring up the crop box again. And if I grab one of the outside edges here, you can see all of a sudden the area that I cropped out reappears. So I can drag it back out. I can do this on both sides to wherever I need to. And then again, if I want to recrop it back to a specific position, I can select the ratio or the width and height, etc. and then recrop. When I'm happy with that, again, I just click the tick. Okay, and that's how we crop on Photoshop, non-destructively. Thanks.